How did the Chinese-born American build one of the biggest fast food chains in the world with no money nor connections? Okay, McDonald's is bigger, but reportedly, like most Chinese restaurants, it's still a family business. This is the amazing story of Andrew Cherng, the founder of Panda Express. He built a chain that has become a multi-billion-dollar franchise with over 2,000 locations worldwide. In this video, we will explore his journey and uncover his secrets to success. Who is Andrew Cherng? How did he build Panda Express into the biggest mom-and-pop Chinese restaurant in the world? And what can we learn from his story? Before we dive deeper into his story, feel free to follow me, as I want to share extraordinary journeys of the most outstanding people from the past, today and the future. I hope this will have a positive impact on your life as it had on mine. Andrew Cherng's journey is a classic hero's journey, full of ups and downs, triumphs and failure. It all started in 1973 when Andrew and his father took over a restaurant in Pasadena, California, and renamed it Panda Inn. The restaurant was an instant success, but Andrew had bigger dreams.
Every time I achieve something, I feel good about myself. Then, I have another want. It doesn't stay with you very long. Continuously reaching for higher goals, whether materially or otherwise, really is a confidence builder.
It was at the time when fast food started taking off that Andrew got pretty fascinated with this. He wanted to bring the food of his culture to the masses. In 1983, Andrew opened the first Panda Express at the Glendale Galleria in California. Peggy, his wife, customized the restaurant's operation system to ensure the best food and service.
The importance of what Peggy does. People feel it. People can trust her. She is the rock.
4 years later, his chef Andy Cao developed the Panda Express signature dish, the orange chicken. The dish features crispy chicken bites in a sweet and spicy orange sauce, inspired by the flavors of Hunan province. In 1993, Panda Express celebrated its 10-year anniversary, opens its 100th location at the UCLA campus. 2 years later, Panda Express opened at 2 airports in Denver, catering to hungry travelers. In 1997, the first Panda Express drive-thru restaurant opened, and a year later, they opened the first restaurant in a stadium. In 1999, Panda Express launched Panda Cares, its philanthropic arm dedicated to providing food, funding and volunteer services to underserved children in disaster relief efforts.
We actually want to view the Panda as a family. When you talk about family, always being top love. So we're caring and we're also demanding. Family is not just make you feel comfortable. Panda is a learning organization. We want people to want to be better and to want to learn.
Let's take a closer look at the smart choices he made and the obstacles he overcame. At the start, Andrew faced a big problem. Real Chinese food was not as popular in America at the time. People were used to chop suey, but they had never tasted the real food. Andrew knew he had to educate his customers. He started by offering cooking classes, where he taught people how to make authentic Chinese dishes. He also started buying books for his employees, sponsoring events for their self-development. By educating his customers and his employees, Andrew was able to change the perception of Chinese food in America. To even increase the awareness of his brand, a further smart choice was opening a bunch of locations in airports and military bases. A lot of people weren't doing this at the time. The locations themselves were not very profitable. But imagine having a million people passing by, trying your food for the first time. Is there a better way of marketing? But Andrew faced another challenge. He wanted to expand his business, but he didn't know how. He knew he had to innovate. By starting experimenting with new recipes and flavors, combining the best of Chinese and American cuisine, the creation of the orange chicken was key to his success. He also started using psychological tricks to improve the experiences of his customers. For example, he gave his customers the option to choose between healthy or indulgent food right away in the beginning when entering the store. and then only showed them those options. This made them choose the tasty food without feeling guilty and created more happy customers and larger sales. But Andrew faced his biggest challenge yet. He wanted to take his business to the next level, but didn't know how to scale. Luckily for him, his wife was similar to a food engineer and was one of the first people in Chinese restaurants to use the latest technology available. So they were able to monitor inventory, measure the speed of operations, and that's why they became so efficient. They called themselves the McDonald's of the East. In contrast, their competitors were monitoring their fridge with their eyeballs, whereas they turned this kind of like into a machine. As he grew to a massive scale, he knew he had to learn how to manage logistics and people. Just think of your weekly groceries, but that times 10 every second. He started by hiring the best talent he could find and empowering them to make smarter choices. Interestingly, he gives every employee a self-development book or sponsors some self-development events to make them grow as a person and not trying to keep them down so they stay longer working for him in the kitchen, for example. He also developed a strong culture of collaboration and innovation where everyone was encouraged to share their ideas and opinions.
It makes me feel fulfilled. At the same time, it makes me see that the number one focus is bettering people's lives.
I believe in Panda, people can really truly build a better life for their family and themselves.
By building a strong team and culture, Andrew was able to scale his business to over 2,000 locations worldwide with over 1 billion in EBITDA. I think it's fair to say that this story is not about the 100 million pound of orange chicken that Andrew is able to sell, but about his mindset and things that differentiated him from the other million restaurants. According to my sources, his family is still the sole owner of his business, which made them afford a 60 million beach villa last year. Well done, Andrew. And this is how Andrew Cherng built Panda Express, the biggest mom and pop Chinese store in the world. It's inspiring to see how he used education, innovation and collaboration to really outsmart his competitor. By educating our end customers and our employees, we too can have immense impact. At the same time, by innovating specifically and using psychological tricks, we can help our customers to feel happy, which is the same for ourselves. If we change small things in our life, our perception changes and we can change our feeling. And ultimately, by building a strong team and culture, you are also able to scale your business to new heights, and all of this in a family setting. This is an exceptional example of how franchises are a great way to grow, if done right. If you enjoy videos like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel, as I want to share extraordinary journeys of founders, artists and the greatest change makers that I come across. I want you to relive, rethink, but also grow from these experiences. For me, it really improved my life, and I hope it will do the same to you. Have a nice day. Bye.